East Coast Breakfast.
Mr. Dricus, I want to see you go up against the Durban Curry, man. You might be close. You know that. I go curry team.
Dricus, have you gone head to head with the Durban Curry yet?
Well, no, I don't think so. Listen, I'm brave. I'm not stupid.
That's my boy. That's it. Same here, but I've lived here forever.
For the previous voice note, I just want to give a shout out to Darren Gardner, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
For being a super fan. I mean, I appreciate it. I always tell people, sometimes it gets it's a lot, especially after a fight, but it dials down.
Yeah.
But, without the fans, I don't have a career. So thank you to each and every one of them.
So talking about that fight, did you know Strickland was going to have such a devastating jab? Had you trained for that? It's the first time I saw him jabbing like that.
So that was the one thing we knew that because he's always, that's his game. And
Is that it?
we knew he doesn't have that knockout power, and he doesn't. And obviously, the one thing that people don't realize, that jab, he could only land that jab if I was going forward, which was the case of the fight.
Yeah.
But I had to take those jabs because at the end of the day, I needed to go forward the whole time, and that was that was basically the whole fight. I mean, if you look at the control time, I think I was going forward for 23 of the 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you are going forward, you are in a position where you can get jabbed.
Yeah.
But also something to take note of is the fact that that jab only landed for a lot in the first round and a lot and in the second round. After round 2, the jab actually went away because that's why I threw so many leg kicks.
Yeah.
Because the leg kicks take away the jab. Because if your front leg is starting to hurt, you don't have that stability anymore to jab. So that's why in round 3, 4, and 5, the jab was a lot less effective. Because we knew that jab was going to be there, but obviously, the man's a world champion for a reason.
Yes.
And he had his game plan and we had ours, but we had the better plan.
Yeah, so better plan. And listen, a lot of us were watching UFC for the first time, and on face value, a lot of people are like, okay, well, look at the other guy's face. He's probably the guy that lost. So what do you say to people who still say which is obviously all the Americans who love Strickland, that say you didn't win the fight? Because every other expert in the game says, no, that's a clean, except like after round 1, you walked that fight.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say?
Yeah.
If I didn't win, why did they give me the belt then? It's easy.
I love that.
I have the belt.
Showcase.
The big question is, hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie, Dricus. Wat weet ons?
Wat weet ons?
Wat ons weet is dat ons wen. Is makkelijk.
Yes.
Ons weet. And that was, as I said, that was exactly it. It was the fact that they don't know that we are willing to die to win with 1 point.
Yeah.
And we've proven that many times.
Yeah. All right. So okay? Give us a heads up. What is next? Is it a Strickland rematch, which I don't think we need? That was a definitive win. But I mean, is that in the contract? Was there?
No. There was no rematch clause in the contract. But I don't think the UFC will do a rematch. But I would love a rematch. It will be great. I mean, if they go that route, I mean, and now I know exactly what he has to offer, and. I honestly feel a second fight would be. We wouldn't go the distance. There's no way. 100%. There's no way. I would be happy with a rematch, because at the end of the day, I want to fight the guy who the people wants to see me fight.
Is Israel?
And we all know Israel Adesanya is that guy.
Okay.
So I don't care who I fight.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this is a spectator sport, and the people want to be entertained. So the fight that the people want to see, that's the fight I'm interested in.
Yeah. Just clarify, as well, is it Israel, the guy from New Zealand, or Israel, the Nigerian? Sometimes
he refers to himself as Chinese as well.
Chinese, just wanted to make sure.
Who knows, guys?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. What we can say is that this is the only Israel not from the Middle East.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so we're clear about that bit. Okay.
I think we know the answers to this question, but we have to ask, would you, outside of obviously fighting, would you have a beer with Strickland?
Yeah, definitely. I would have a beer with most of the guys that I have faced. Because at the end of the day, I respect every single person who steps in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's not easy. It's not easy. So, I mean, there's a mutual respect once you've been through that with any other human being, where you literally put your life on the line and you go out and fight each other. there's a different sort of respect. So with Strickland, 100%. I don't think he's a bad guy at all. And
Also-
it's never personal. It's just
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
business.
It's
Yeah.
just a sport. So I have lots of work done on my face, Dricus. What I want to know is, so I go to the doctor for Botox. How do you recover your face so quickly? Like you go
Yeah.
from one small eye and bruises and cuts, and then you just look amazing 2 days later.
Yeah,
How do you
yeah.
recover so quickly?
Yeah, what's your secret?
It's easy, guys. It's a South African diet. It was braai vleis pap and a whole lot of beer. That's my secret.
So
My skin routine.
there you go, Carmen. Are you going to throw out Botox?
I'm going to throw out
Braai face
Botox.
puff
It's
and
not
beer?
the beer. Yeah.
So, Dricus, we got some questions here from the listeners. But something I want to ask you. Please tell us what time you fought. That Sunday morning, because
Yeah,
we
what was
all
your
woke
time?
up at 4.
You were up
bro.
from very
You only
early
fought
waiting
at like
for
half
you.
past 7.
And an hour time, yeah.
So everybody is telling me this, and I just tell them, guys, it's not. It's not my schedule. How it works is, at 5 the main card started. I was just usually when I fight on the main card, they say, cool, the main card starts at 5, and I'll be the second or third fight.
Yeah.
So I mean, the card starts at 5. I'll probably fight around 5:30. With this is what I try to explain to everybody is I was the main event. So the fight card started at 5, the main card.
Yeah.
It's 5 fights, and I was the last one.
Yeah.
And obviously there was 2 title fights on the card, the ladies that fought before me, and that fight went the whole distance. So that's half an hour just of the fight.
Yeah.
We were fighting in Vegas time, so Las Vegas time zone. But even though the fight was in Canada, I fought at 1:15 the morning.
Wow.
What?
I mean, nobody fights that time
Yeah.
if you're sober. You only do that outside of some place with some brandies or something. Because I was sitting there and thinking, guys, I don't want to fight at 1 a.m. in the morning, please.
No, come on, guys. We're supposed to be in Vegas. We're not in
Yeah.
not in Valco.
Oh, okay. So, Dricus, we got a question here from Thomas. What car do you drive, and are you still even bothered by the price of fuel?
Everybody needs to be bothered by the price of fuel. I drive a Mercedes,
Yeah.
the EQ. So yes, it's electric, full electric. Amazing car, but I'm also a petrol head, so I do drive a Mustang with a Roush kit on.
Okay.
Supercharged, I'm a petrol head, so
Oh,
at the end of the day,
wow.
big fan.
Wow. Wow.
And then, of course, I wouldn't be a Afrikaans boertjie if I didn't drive a Hilux.
Yes.
I'll say
Love it.
50 randjies vir jou
Ja.
meneer. Baie dankie.
Baie dankie.
Baie dankie.
East Coast Breakfast.